Hello, creatures of the night. It is Midsummer Scream 2023, and it is the eve of the convention. First day, everyone is excited. This line goes on forever. But everybody's stoked, and we're gonna do this. Yeah. Are you guys ready? That's so cool. So excited. We just got here and it's also already like the coolest Midsummer Scream I've ever been to. Like, this is like, I'm excited. Is there, you know what? I don't need any ice cream. I'm good, thank you. Maybe we should take a picture somewhere else. Okay. Oh, okay. It's taller. Okay. Oh, but I still. Okay. I don't think this is any safer though. Send help.
He's teaching you anatomy.
Oh,
we're not to get stabbed.
That's how I don't get stabbed. Oh, okay. It's a really useful lesson. You're a great teacher. Next time I'll catch the streaming video. The in-person demonstrations are really nice, but next time I'll take the online course for how to not get stabbed. Check it out. Thank you. They're so good.
How we doing?
They're really good. Wow.
I have to do those boys' meetings.
Yeah. So cool. Get it? Yeah. Move to your own bell.
You guys, do you know about SCP?
No, I don't.
SCP, secure, contain, protect.
Okay.
Mission in life.
But
we're the Force of Nature Division.
So it says it's been 173 days since the last accident.
Since the last.
What do you call this? Is this? Are they
These
supposed?
are contained.
They're contained.
They're contained.
Oh.
But we heard that there might be a security breach tomorrow, and so we're making sure that we get recruits just to sort of keep an eye on the convention. Make sure everybody stays safe. If you see one of them out there, you flash this card out.
Flash this card.
And then they will maybe give you a little task to do something simple.
Okay.
And then they'll give you a card to bring back to us. There are 9. We brought 9. If they all escape, you're going to be looking for 9 creatures out there. Bring
Night creatures.
Special debrief with Dr. Bright,
Okay.
and then maybe a special assignment after that.
I don't know if I'm worthy of all this responsibility, but I will rise to the challenge.
We believe in you. We need you to help save the world,
Okay.
or at least Long Beach.
Long Beach. I can do Long Beach. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for the world yet. But next time. Next time.
Please, Doctor, tell me you're inviting some friends for dinner.
Brunch? Maybe? I don't know. How about brunch?
I do like brunch. Brunch is nice.
Lovely.
Yeah. We'll be back for brunch.
All right, sounds good.
Brunch is a great meal. It's like, yeah, I have been
Did you take
activated.
a photo of the map?
I didn't take a photo of
This
the
is very
map.
important.
Where's
We
my?
just received this recent intel, and this
Okay.
is exactly where we hear the highest risk of the outbreak happening.
Oh,
Sector
okay.
1, 2, and 3.
Got it.
What is your name?
Kaylee.
Kaylee. Sebastian.
Nice to
right
meet you,
here.
Sebastian.
Sector 1's outside of the Hall of Shadows.
Okay.
Sector 2 is at the top of the stairs.
Gotcha.
Sector 3 is right along that line. You need
Okay.
a photo, it's good, but somebody's documenting it for you,
Yes.
so you have it.
We got it.
You're secured.
I'm
You're
secured.
good. Time for daily access.
Okay.
This is not the end. We can do this.
We can do
together.
this. We got this. I feel ready for this responsibility. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Like, we were just gonna do the Hall of Shadows, but like now we're official. So like, this is great. Join us tomorrow as we complete our mission for the cause. I've been going over all of the mistakes I must have made in my life to end up here with my biggest fear realized. Hello, creatures of the night. We're at Midsummer Scream 2023. It is day 2 of our adventure and the first full day of the con. Let's go see some spooky things. Whoa.
Let me help you. We are doing a thing called an SCP, Force of Nature. They will give you a key to find all of us SCPs and try to capture us.
Like this?
So what we do, I
Okay.
will say, you can contain me.
Yes.
Even though you don't know the spell.
Even though I don't know the spell?
Mere my movements. And I'm forced to tell. Thank you for sharing your power with me.
Was I supposed to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
Let me give you something in return.
Oh.
You can collect us. We are down these halls. Or in the Hall of Shadows.
Good to
Outside
know.
there. Enjoy.
I will.
I love your hand.
Thank you. I love yours. I did it. My first monster. This is like spooky Pokemon and I'm so about it. We love your music.
Oh, thank you.
That's so cool. So let's see if we can catch another monster. Uh-oh, he's spooky looking. Hey, how do I contain you?
Be your pestilence. I am not insane. If you are clean, I can be contained.
Okay,
You are clean.
I'm clean. Oh, thank you. Ah, next one down. Hi. That looks like a wonderful drink there.
Doesn't it?
Yes, it just looks like it's like the drink of the night.
You don't know what's in it?
What's in it?
All right, so first of all, we gotta get the name out of the way.
Okay.
My name is Margarita.
Margarita.
This is my Margarita.
Oh.
you go. You're catching on. You're catching on, right?
catching on.
All right. My signature recipe:
Yes.
666 shots of tequila.
Oh, okay. That many shots of tequila.
Oh yeah.
And you can live through that.
Oh well, because you add 13 shots of cyanide and you're good to go.
Oh,
Perfect drink for the haunt season.
I think so.
I know. It gets me through, especially with the 30th this year.
Yeah.
It gets me through. This is what I need.
If you want to join the creatures of the night, this is definitely the drink to have.
I agree. You get it.
Yeah.
Listen, with this big old cake too, you need that many shots of tequila. You need that many shots of cyanide.
Absolutely.
It's needed. It's necessary. It's critical.
Now I do have to ask you, were you named Margarita before you went into the margarita business, or was that just like a coincidence?
There were two path lines.
Okay.
One day I woke up and said,
Yeah.
I like margaritas. Then all of a sudden I went to the court. I said, I'm changing my name to Margarita. My entire family was like, why would you do that? And I said, I don't know, but I chose this last name, Rita.
You were inspired.
Exactly. My mother's name was Mai Tai. So.
Oh my gosh, it was meant to be.
I know, exactly.
It was meant to be.
And you can't just have a name like Margot Tai.
No.
You have to be Margarita.
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get me.
I do.
You get. No, not saying that.
This hand.
You get me.
I do.
All right. Maybe I get that checked out.
I'm gonna work on it.
Yeah. Maybe this will help.
Oh. Yeah.
Try it at home. See if it works. The home recipe.
Yeah.
Sides off.
We're gonna keep going. Oh, no. Okay. It must be contained somehow.
Caught me.
I caught you.
I can be contained.
Yes.
If you're up for the challenge.
Yes.
Please sing a song.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your blades.
Very
Third
good.
time's the charm.
There you are.
Thank you.
I swear upon my life there is not another anomaly around the corner.
Oh, then we will definitely not go around the corner. Okay. Not safe. Containment!
If you want to contain me and hold all my broken pieces tight, wind me up gently to make things all right.
Okay. Dolls and riddles are not my thing, but we're gonna get going.
Together again. Thank you. We should play sometime.
Maybe some later time
Sure.
when I'm not here.
I like to play games.
Okay.
With death. Is that okay?
Well, maybe we can play the non-death games first, and then we'll get someone else involved for the death games.
You may take a card.
Thank you. What's your favorite scary movie? And which ones gave you nightmares? Let us know in the comments. You're in my nightmare now, Freddy. Here's Freddy. This is cool.
Hey, how are you guys?
Doing good. This is some really cool dice.
Pick them up,
Like-
see if they're lucky for you.
It's like dark and spooky.
Good way to pick your victim.
Exactly.
it's like they get instant death, but if they roll one,
it's like you're slowly dismembered. I like metal dice, and I like the precious stones, like the rock ones.
Right.
Those are my favorite. I like that they're both like heavier.
Here, hand out.
Whoa! Now that is fun. That's so cool. This is like the sweetest little plague doctor I've ever seen. Look at how cute she is. She just feels powerful. I don't know why. It's like, gonna get you. Oh my god. They have the ones that look all wet.
We fabricate everything from scratch, sculpting, molding, pouring, painting, all that. We obviously do masks, so we serve mostly haunted attractions. We make our masks really durable because a lot of the monsters will put them through abuse.
Well, it's a lot of days to be like scaring in them.
All night long.
Yeah.
Do it for like 2-month runs.
Yeah, I know.
So we try to make them really durable. We reinforce them so they're nice and tough. Some of the jaws on the mask will flex a little too.
Oh,
so we reinforce the mounts and everything. So we've got props as well. These are all molded off of real pumpkins.
Those are like so cute.
These were a fun one. We made them for an event called Spooky Swap Meet.
Oh yeah, we were there.
And we did Paranormal Research Company.
Oh yeah.
Get all the actors out.
That was so much fun.
Yeah.
That was great. We had a blast like getting our little like monster hunting certificate, like our official.
Yay!
That was us.
That was great.
That's what these little guys are from, and everybody loves pumpkins. These ones were fun. We made the lids come off so you can put
lights and stuff in there.
Gross and gooey inside, but it's all fake, so they're forever rotten. And
how do you make them like the masks look wet? How do you do that?
We put a really heavy rubber sealer on.
Oh, okay.
It makes them more durable, and it gives them that really gross slime.
I love how gross they look. It's just like
we had a lot of fun with these new ones over here. So pretty much everything over here. We made all this just for Midsummer Scream this year.
That's so cool.
People are loving the swampy looking ones and the fish. Those are so far.
That's
gooey look.
That's what like the moment like we walked up, that's what I was drawn to. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like those would be so cool, like coming out of like those like misters when they have that like that green mist. Yeah, because like the light reflecting off them as they come up. It's so creepy. What is your guys' like personal like favorite mask that you have here?
What's yours? It's hard because we got a bunch of new ones.
I know.
Every time we make something new.
That's hard.
I'm a sucker for the slimy ones too. I love the aquatic stuff. So I love our new. They're called Gilbert. I know we tried to get creative with the names. Gilbert over here is a great new one.
Yeah.
I think mine's gonna be Gordon, our new pumpkin head. I'll bring that one.
So Gilbert's just a nice slimy, gooey fish monster. So we had a lot of fun with this one because we don't have a lot of aquatic stuff right now. So we're trying to add some more of that.
He looks so hungry.
I'm a sucker for pumpkins, so I think our pumpkin guy has been my favorite. He's also spewing just like
I know. I like his just like gross little drip in his mouth.
So I think he might be my favorite.
Good choices, you guys. Good choices. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. That was awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
My shame is too deep.
Your shame is too deep?
We Portuguese eagles and share in my grief.
Well, I guess it is really sad.
We Portuguese eagles.
I'm getting there. I'm sorry. It's like it's a lot of pressure to cry in queue.
Take it. Acceptable.
Okay, thank you.
Do you know what you need to do?
No.
Who can contain me? You can't see my face.
then we would have been like matchy-matchy and like twinsies, and that's okay.
And then we could be matching.
Yeah.
Are you wearing it to the party?
I am wearing it to the party.
God. Then I'm gonna wear it to the party.
We're gonna be everybody's nightmares.
I'm
Twinsies!
so excited. Are you excited for the game show?
I'm so excited for the game show.
Let's go. Come on in.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on in. Get out. Come on, thank you. Hi, welcome to Barry's Truth or Scare. Woo! We're excited to play a game show.
Yeah!
Woo! Ready for the cool theme music?
Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta press a button. Welcome to Barry's Truth or Scare. I'm Barry, and here are your two celebrity judges. Give it up for Mom the Magnificent. Here it goes. And my other guest, Lucy Ball! Yes. Okay. Come on up. Or you guys come sit over here next to me. Oh, anyone you want. There's drinks for you too if you're thirsty. Before I bring you contestants up, I'm going to tell you how to play, okay? Give me 1 second. Here are the rules. Yes, they're very simple. They're also not on the screen. Very strange. There we are. Rule 1. I show you a butt. The contestant guesses that butt. Really simple. Really simple. Okay. Who wants to play Guess That Butt? Raise your hand. You down over there. Of course the hands go up when you get. Yeah, Freddie. Come on up. Come on up, everybody. Thank you, Mom, for being a gentleman. I appreciate it. Obviously, Lucy and I are not. I don't have a lot of upper body strength. Yeah, I don't even have legs. First contestant, what is your name?
Freddie.
Hi, Freddie. Very nice to see you.
Yeah.
And then on the end, what is your name?
I'm Jay.
Hi, Jay. Very nice to meet you. Now, Freddie, you're going to be working with Lucy.
Okay.
Jay, you'll be working with Mud. Are you ready? Okay. Now, Lucy, Mud, you have to look at the screen for this so you can guess that butt, okay? All right, let's see. I'm going to give you an example first, though. Okay, this first one is not a real one. I'll throw it out to the audience. You guys can guess. We'll see how good you do. Now, yell an answer, audience, just to see. Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead. That's a good answer. Anybody else? You know what? All great answers. You're all actually wrong. Quite true. It's actually Jack Skellington. He's the Pumpkin King. What do you not understand? Nice. Okay. First question, Lucy. This one's going to be for you. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay. It's going to be, I think. Now. I did not plan this. Holy shit. But Lucy, that was good. Lucy, whose butt is that?
Well, I got a feel that it might be a relic.
No, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to just
distracted by that thing.
It took me 3 hours to make this presentation, I know.
From where I'm sitting, I'm not totally sure, but I'm going to say Tim Curry and Legendary.
Wow. Freddie, do you agree or disagree? Disagree.
Disagree.
But who is it actually?
It's my butt. You couldn't tell by how nice it was.
Surely did not plan that. Okay, Mud. Yeah. Now it's time for you to guess that butt. Are you ready? Show me. Here we go. Well, you're gonna see Freddie first. There we go. It was Freddie. Okay, Mud. Now that's a friend. It doesn't have to be a person or a thing. It could just be a thing, a general thing too. Just as a little hint. Whose butt is that? Do you think?
A cat from Cat.
That's Ghostface. That's Ghostface. You mean from Scream? Yeah, from Scream. Okay. Now, do you agree that it's Ghostface from Scream?
No.
You don't. So it's a disagree.
Yeah.
Okay, you're correct then. Yeah. Do you know about venture who it is?
No, I have no clue.
That's not true. It was Chewbacca's butt. It was totally Chewbacca's butt. 1-to-1. Let's do more butts. Are you ready? More butts. Lucy, this butt is you. Lucy, whose butt is that? Can you guess that butt?
Is that the blob? What is that?
Is that your answer?
Yeah, that's as good as it's gonna
Okay, I'll take it. Freddie, do you agree or disagree?
I don't think so. Disagree.
You're gonna disagree?
Wait, I can't.
No, don't think how I said it is gonna change your mind.
I disagree.
You disagree.
I think I see.
It is not the blob. Okay. So yes, you get a point. It is actually. B.O.B. Monsters versus Aliens, baby. Yes, you were close. You were very close.
I think I can take that up in court as a technicality.
You could, but I don't give a shit. Let's try that.
Let's do an alien.
Okay, Buck, your turn. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's get that butt, buddy.
Show me a butt.
Did it disappear?
Yes.
It's a magic butt. Here we go. Mud?
Oh my.
Whose butt is that?
Give me a second here. I'm gonna take a quick look.
Yeah, get really close to that butt, Mud. Really close.
Those look like beautiful boy jeans to me. I'm gonna go with Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga? She really feels like those jeans, huh? Gosh.
Yeah, good luck.
All right, do you agree or disagree?
Disagree.
Disagree. You are correct. It's not Lady Gaga's butt. Okay. Do you know whose butt it actually is? You guys are not going to believe this.
I have no.
It's actually my plumber. Yeah, I wanted to do him a favor and throw it in. If you like his butt mud, I'll give you his number. Yeah? Okay, cool. Lucy, you ready for your butt?
My butt?
I mean, a butt. Okay, here we go. That's a face! Well, you're not going to get that one. What is happening?
Oh my god. Gave out all the answers. Nobody looked.
Nobody looked my ass.
Exactly.
Don't look at those. Don't look at that one. We'll do this one instead. Lucy, whose butt is that? Not the last three that I definitely ruined.
My brain hurts. Well, I don't have a good vantage point because from here it looks more like a, clavage. So I'm gonna say,
a what?
Corsage.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say, Calvin Klein.
Calvin Klein. Good answer, Freddie. How do you feel about that?
I'm gonna take a look. Oh. Disagree.
You're disagreeing?
Yes.
You're correct. It is not Calvin Klein. It is actually the Mothman statue. Did you get that? Fucking nerd. All right, next month.
That looks like a Mothman face.
It doesn't. Month, this one's for you.
Bring it. Show it.
There we go. This one should
That's
be
the
easy.
biggest butt I know.
What an ass.
You know, whatever. Come on.
I'm stumped.
Okay, there we go. We got it.
All right. What the hell is that? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. That right there. That is a vampire movie. I'm gonna go with Selma Hayek.
Selma Hayek. Do you agree? Yeah, get really close to that spot. Yeah.
She's an expert on Selma Hayek's butt, apparently. Really examining
I mean,
it.
of all the butts I've seen, she's got a great one. But no, I don't think that's her.
You don't think that's Selma Hayek's butt?
No.
That's not the worst.
You're wrong. I'm so sorry.
Really?
It is Selma Hayek's butt.
I guess Mod's the expert over here.
Yeah, right at the teeth twister.
Just do it all. You know what? Let's do one more round of butts, right? One more round of butts? Okay.
All right.
Lucy, one more butt for you. Here you go. Well, I guess we really like Selma Hayek today. Just keep it straight.
Today.
There we go.
Hey, okay, there we go.
I call that more lazy. It's like an actual not smart ass answer on this one.
That's a first.
Would that happen to be a Jason Voorhees butt?
Freddie, now I know you guys hate each other, but do you think that's a Jason Voorhees butt?
You know, I don't know if they hate each other. It might have been like a love spat. I think they got
He cut his head off.
Yeah.
Things happen in the pasture.
Yeah, they're dead.
Hey, man.
Okay. Agree or disagree?
I didn't exactly spend my time checking him out, but I will agree.
You're gonna agree?
Yeah.
You're correct, it's Jason Voorhees! Okay, our final butts. Butt. Bring it. Check out that butt. And good luck. Now, it's kind of a side butt.
Oh, the dreaded side butt.
And he's like kind of jumping into something.
Wow, that's I'm gonna go with that is Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, okay. Do you agree or disagree? Now also remember, again, we're at a horror convention.
I was Chewbacca.
He's scary. Chewbacca's scary. Please don't play. Do you think that's Indiana Jones?
I don't.
You don't?
I do not.
You would be correct, it is not. It is actually the source of everyone's bisexuality. 1999's The Mummy, starring Brendan Fraser. All right, at the end of Guess That Butt, the winner is Freddie! Here's your water.
Thank you.
And everything else.
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated. Let's give him a hand, everybody. Yeah, give him a hand for all of your questions. Well, that's all we got today. Thank you so much for playing Barry's Truth or Scare. If you want to play tomorrow, come back. We'll have different celebrity judges, and there'll be a lot of fun too. Thanks for coming. Thanks, everybody. Go away. Bye. See ya. You're still sitting. Especially over there when you do it. Yeah.
You don't gotta go home.
No. Just like sometimes it's important to learn what the butt of your arch nemesis looks like. You know? Not for any other reason except for winning game shows.
I sold out of it yesterday.
Oh, that's so funny.
So funny. I told people, like, you're buying it for the palette or for like the...
Or for the picture.
Both, honestly.
Well, yeah, because these are like...
all of those colors being used to bunch.
These are great for like vampire cosplays, like all of them.
Yeah.
Like that's what I would use it for. Yeah. This is like super cool, especially this like Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Like I'm like loving it.
Thank you.
Where did you guys like start? Like how did you guys like get into like doing like spooky makeup? Like this is cool.
So I always wanted to do cosmetics. That was always like my dream. Ever since I was maybe like 12, 13, I'm like, you know what? I want my own brand.
That's awesome.
I'm an older person, so I grew up with like Blockbuster. So when the time came,
I know what Blockbuster. I was there.
Yeah, it's just like that whole feeling of nostalgia, and I grew up watching like horror movies, especially on VHSs. So when the time came to do the brand, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna emulate it after like what I love personally, and that's how it came to fruition. I'm like, you know what? Horror movies, like Blockbuster, makeup, it made sense to me.
Yeah, no, that's super cool.
Everything is just made with heart.
Yeah.
And it just feels like home. You know, you see it, you recognize it, you're like,
it does.
I love that movie, Killer Clowns. So yeah, that's how it was.
I absolutely agree. Like, I definitely get that feeling looking at it. I'm like, this feels like home, but also just like so cool.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
So like, what is your favorite like product or eyeshadow palette or like that you've made?
My favorite has to be the Killer Clowns palette. Grab it.
Yeah.
It's this little guy right here. He's so fun, so colorful, and honestly so pigmented.
It's just beautiful. I love that green. Like just that like acid green, that's so cool.
It's just fun, you know?
Yeah.
It's not trying to be anything else. It's its own little
It is
fun.
what
Just
it
like
is.
The Killer Clowns movie. It's just perfect. It's my favorite thing.
I love it.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
If you wish to contain me, then in fear you can't hide. Put your hand in my chest and then say what's inside.
Ew, something gooey and a dog tag?
Yes.
Ah!
Happy hunting.
Thank you. This is super fun. It's like a monster treasure head, but also like Pokemon, which is really fun. Thank you.
Really? Nice to meet you. Sorry.
It's good to see you.
Enjoy it.
Hello, Monster Kids! There's our people. There we all are. This is where we get to gather, isn't it? I love this. Welcome to this incredible panel. I'm so honored to get to be hosting it at the 13th floor. It's such a treat. And to be here amongst our people, all of the good boils and ghouls out there. It's really exciting to see all those horrifying faces and fangs. I'm really excited to be here today. Thank you for having me, Chris. And I'm just so horrifyingly excited to discuss all that's to come this Halloween season in Southern California and let you know about some of the projects that I've been working on too. The Los Angeles Haunted Hayride, it's an institution, it's been around for quite some time, those of us who know it and love it. Melissa, hi, how are you? Good to see you, thanks for being here. Could you tell us just a little bit about the history and how Midnight Falls came to be?
So, you know, the LA Haunted Hayride started in 2009, our first year, and at the time, really, there were only 4 things here. There were Queen Mary, Knott, Universal, and then us. And it was, I mean, there were little things in, you know, the kind of the outskirts, I guess, of town, but it was a unique thing in that grouping of 4, right? Like the other things were these very big theme park, amusement park type attractions. The Haunted Hayride was this smaller, small town feeling, visceral thing that, you know, I tried to create because I was from a little town in New England and I had gone on hayrides my whole childhood. And I mean, like, little hayrides that the town farmer had. We'd have, you know, hour wait around the fields of lines that were waiting to get into the hayride. And I loved those things. There was nothing like that in the fall and for Halloween. And when I moved to LA, there was nothing like that here. And I think I lived here for, I mean, almost 15 years before I decided we needed something like that here. But it all came because I was building these things in my front yard, these elaborate Halloween things, and I didn't know it, but there was a name for it. I was a home haunter. I had no idea what that was. None. I just knew I liked decorating my yard. So anyway, one year of my home haunting, I think I counted like 1,200 people go through my yard, and I was like, there is something to this Halloween thing. I think people like it. And I started doing the research, and lo and behold, it was a big passion point for people, and like myself. And I just dove into the research of it all and started the LA Haunted Hayride. It wasn't as easy as that, but you know, for the sake of the story, it was, you know, trying to build a world. And I think that's what the Hayride is, and that's, brings us to Midnight Falls, but it was this philosophy of from the moment your front tire got to our parking lot till the moment the back tire left, we would never in like a cerebral way pluck you out of our environment, right? Like ever. Like you're not gonna walk from one maze to the other and pass by like SpongeBob SquarePants or like pastel colored like dipping dots, It was, all we wanted you to be thinking about was like what's coming around this next corner to annihilate me, right? And so creating that world, I think, has been at, the top of the priority for each year of the Hayride. And as we've moved into Midnight Falls, Midnight Falls is exactly that. Like we took it a step further. We created a town. Like we have an entire town with festivals and town goers and people that each year you become more and more invested in. Like our guests have equity in these townspeople from year to year to year. They go back and they're like, oh my God, remember, look at our picture from last year, homie, Herschel, like, what's up? So, it's like taking, Midnight Falls has taken this whole LA Haunted Hayride ride to that. We have created a world now and our own town. So I can't wait till we have a zip code and you can tag Midnight Falls on Instagram.
Postcards from everywhere I go around.
Can we make that happen?
Yeah, we'll work on that.
Yeah.
Are there any secrets that you would be able to share with us today? Anyone on the panel want to share a secret?
So we have a small secret. Matter of fact, it's not so small, it's a rather big secret. We have a brand new maze that we're going to unveil this year at the Hayride, and it is called Hellbilly Halloween.
Hell yeah.
All right, and the story goes a little bit like this. Venture deep into the backwoods of Midnight Falls, where a long-rumored cannibalistic family has taken in the spirit of Halloween by dishing out diabolical tricks filled with horrifying treats. The Jasper family has dwelled in the backwoods of Midnight Falls for generations. Although their inhumane farming techniques have long been questioned by many, nothing compares to what happens when the spirit of Halloween takes over the household. With an assortment of family members crawling from the woodwork, the Jaspers are all dolled up in their favorite Halloween costumes and makeup. The family is gearing up for a festive Halloween night. The scrumptious treats Mama Jasper and her baby boy, Feastus, have prepared are mixed with salty sweets made from tourists who strayed too far from the Halloween festival. The cousins run rampantly throughout the household, while the boys out back have opened the pig pens for some games of Chase the Wiggly. The girls are playing hide and seek within the piles of chicken feathers, and lead our tourists, our trick-and-treating tourists, deep down into the cellar, where Grampy Sarge awaits them with his rusty tools. The backcountry family is gung-ho on filling the old homestead with horrifying tricks and treats that are sure to disgust even the bravest of townsfolk, just like yourselves, in Hellbilly Halloween.
Hell yeah!
Alright, well, I guess I'll deliver the big news. Here it is. I, the late Monty Revolta, star of the Monty Revolta Show, will be unfortunately returning again this year to the LA Haunted Hayride. That's not just it, there's bigger news, and that is, this year is going to be the last year of the late Monty Revolta here at the Hayride.
Oh.
Shut up. You didn't let me finish. It's going to be the last year for the late Monty Revolta at the LA Haunted Hayride. Until next year.
Just don't know who's going to show up on this panel today, so stay on your toes. I'm so pleased to introduce Delusion. It's a one-of-a-kind interactive horror theater and its creator, John Graver. Hi, John. How are you?
Thank you so much. It started in 2011
after I was working in film and television for a while, and I wanted to kind of bring that world into interactive theater, where there wasn't really anything like it. So basically, it was taking my film friends and translating that into a live experience where the audience would play parts in the story. And it's pretty captivating, and it harkens back all the way to my days in Chicago, where I would take over my parents' house and build a story inside of their house and kick them out and put them in a hotel room and just get all the neighbors to come in, and they'd line up and walk through like a 10-minute horror play. So it kind of evolved from there into more of a professional thing. We make this a very cinematic experience as well too, so with the lighting and sound and all that stuff. I can go on.
That's a trick though, isn't it? I mean, that's a challenge, right? So thinking about the fact that you are now a staple in the interactive world. Interactive is such an exciting experience for those of us who've been going to haunt since we were kids. We love the interactive experience, but you're taking it to another level. There's story, there's characters, there's a whole plot to be followed, and there's a level of intimacy with the experience that also you as producer have to consider. Giving the audiences that experience while retaining the safety, while retaining the balance of the horror of everything that you're trying to give. I know, whoops, I dropped my phone because I've been taking nerd pictures because I'm up here as a fan of all this stuff, guys. Don't mind me. I am curious if you just talk for a second about that, because I find that fascinating. Like, how do you manage to maintain this unique experience? How long can we expect it to continue?
That's a good question. Well, I mean, first of all, I have a big thank you to Chris over here, who has come to Delusion in the past, and he saw the potential of this type of experience. It's tough, especially with all the haunted houses, when you get thousands of people through a night. It's tough to look at something that's like 300 people a night and say, oh, that's a great business model. But we make it work. So Chris has been integral in the in helping shepherd this into getting more eyes on it. I think the way that it's been sustained so far is like people like you guys who have come to the show and just love this type of entertainment that is obviously a lot more intimate. It's what we all kind of want. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's probably not anybody here that doesn't want to have more of an intimate experience. Balancing the business side and the throughput and all that with the storytelling is tough, especially when I'm writing the show. That's pretty tough, just to kind of think about like, well, I can only get this many people through. I can have this actor go this far with the group, and if they go too far, then I got to triple cast that actor. So it's like writing the story and balancing all those little moments is tough, but it's a very special thing. Again, we've been around since 2011, and so it has built up its notoriety over the years more and more, and we're hoping to like turn this into other mediums as well too, like film, television, all that kind of stuff.
What era will we be traveling to this year? Can you say? Is that okay?
Yeah, how am I gonna say this? There's a few different eras, but let's say we're in the 40s, in the 1940s. Ooh. And but when I say different eras, you'll understand if you come to the show. Basically, this is a really exciting show, and it kind of came to me in different dreams and different thoughts as I'm kind of writing it. It's basically the title. I don't know if we have the title of it up on screen.
Yeah, can we bring up the title? Are you guys ready to hear what the title of this year's show is going to be?
Nocturnes and Nightmares. Ooh. So, fan of alliteration for sure. But, so this one basically is an amalgamation of all the Delusion stories from the past brought into a very cool narrative that, this underlying narrative that ties it all together. But it's an anthology of interactive short stories. So the idea is that this author has created the Delusion series, all the shows that you've seen in the past. Some of you have seen it all the way back since 2011. Some of you have gone just the last 2 years. I know there's some diehards here, so you're gonna get a taste of all the Delusions from the past into this show. Some of your favorite characters are coming back, some of your favorite storylines. It's a pretty trippy show. It's a bit like meta.
Speaking of great interactive experiences, there's yet another beloved experience under the 13th floor banner that I'd love to give you guys a little tease of. Shaq is back for round 2 of Shaqtoberfest. Last year, that fest just took Long Beach by storm, and everybody I knew in LA was coming down for it and loved it. Such an exciting Halloween festival.
What can we expect for year 2? Who wants to take this one? We got you? Okay.
I'm happy to take this one, and I'm excited to talk about Shaqtoberfest, especially right here in Long Beach, because that's where the event's at. So this year's event's going to have 5 haunted trails. We're going to have a ton of themed bars and lounges, so you can cool down, get a drink between the scares. We have amusement rides, we have entertainment, we have food and beverage. And if you went to the event last year, you know that it was Shaqtoberfest alongside the Queen Mary. I don't know if you noticed the new updated logo, but it's now Shaqtoberfest at the Queen Mary. Yes! It's a little bit of a subtle nuance, but we've expanded this event, expanded the footprint of the event, and we're going on the ship this year.
Hell yeah!
The event is getting darker. And we're anchoring the event with a brand new large attraction inside of the ship. So, while many of us know about the Queen Mary, I'll tell you just a little bit. The RMS Queen Mary sailed the sea from the 1930s to the 1960s, designed as a luxury cruise liner where first-class guests could enjoy bars and restaurants. This was the ship that still, to this day, has the record of carrying the most people aboard at one time at 16,000 people. Just think about the energy that was on that boat, the amount of souls that were swirling around in the ship. The ship also, during World War II, carried troops across the ocean. But if you look across the water right now, you'll see the Queen Mary painted blue, white, and red. But in order to be at battle, it had to be painted battleship gray. And when looking out in the mist, you could not even find her. And that's when she was named the Gray Ghost. For years, it's parked in the late 1970s here in Long Beach and continued to be a hotel and attraction. And for the past few years, she's been waiting. And the souls that have perished there are becoming louder and stronger than ever. So for the first time in a long time, we're inviting you back into the belly of the ship. Please come and step inside the Gray Ghost.
Yes!
Skeleton Sam, hype man at the block party.
In the flesh, or lack of flesh, right here, on stage. Oh my God. How excited are you for the party, Lovecraft? So excited? Who wants to party with Lovecraft? Yeah. That's truly rock and roll right there. That is. Now, aside from Lovecraft, I think everybody wanted to know, I wanted to know as well, is Shaq actually going to be there this year?
That's right, Shaq is coming back to Long Beach.
I wanted to talk about highly anticipated announcement of a new show. Chris, what's coming to LA this year? We are super pleased to bring our Magic of the Jack-O-Lantern show to Los Angeles this year. Yes! What is Magic of the Jack-O-Lanterns for those who don't know, please? So this show started a couple years ago in Denver, which is where our home offices are. And it's basically Halloween embodied. It's a giant display of lit pumpkins, but in addition to that, there's all kinds of other kind of, I hate to use the word buzz immersive, but immersive art installations along with it. And it's really an event for everybody. Everything we do is a little bit scary, but this event is not at all scary. It's actually just spooky, creepy fun. Shaqtoberfest and Delusion, it just seemed like offering something that was absolutely for everyone. I talked a little bit about Shaqtoberfest last year, where it's kind of a choose your own adventure, meaning you don't need to get scared if you go to Shaqtoberfest. You can still
enjoy the festival, but there are still the scary elements there and the haunted trails. And this event is purely for everyone. And it also, like I said earlier, I feel like it just embodies Halloween and the spirit of Halloween. And it was a good addition for you folks here that love Halloween.
Halloween, Monster Kids, is about community, am I right? It's a place where as scared as we get, as much as you can scare the hell out of us, every person here belongs. Every single one of you belongs. I don't care where you're from, I don't care your belief system, I don't care who you sleep with. You belong as a Monster Kid. I love you. You're all loved, you're all safe here. And one of the things that's really special about what you guys do with your shows, bringing communities together in a place where we can get the hell scared out of us or have a beautiful, artistically inspiring evening, is that every single person belongs. No one's turned away at the door. Every one of you, this is our safe space to come together and get to be as creepy as we want to be. And I got to tell you one more thing, as somebody who's currently an actor and writer and creator on strike, AI will never replace what these guys are doing.
So that's what's coming up this year for the 13th floor. Which one are you most excited about? They all look pretty cool. Happy Halloween.
Oh, so good.
Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, so like we're gonna do a special cheer and he's gonna be our hype man.
Yeah, hype man.
Yeah, so it's like, give me an F. Give me an R. Give me an E. Give me a, how do we do a D? D. Another D. And give me a Y. What does that spell? Your nightmares.
That was so fun. Where's our hype man?
Where's the hype? He was hyping us in the back. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give you plenty of that. That'll last you all night.
I love the support.
Of course you do, always.
Yeah. I give great nightmares to football players, so.
I need a good night sleep for one.
He's my high school sweetheart.
Oh, that's amazing.
We've been together for like 2 years.
Let her believe what she wants to believe, all right?
Wow. Whoa now.
It makes her happy, therefore she's less annoying if she's happy. So
That's true. I can't argue with
it's
that.
a cheerleader thing. You should know.
Wow.
You are a
Okay.
cheerleader now.
Yeah, and I think her happiness is the most important, but like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this attitude.
Right? Live, laugh, and love.
Exactly.
That's typical. I don't take notes, okay? I'm too pretty to take notes.
That is also true.
Of course.
Can't argue with that.
You can't argue with anything. I can't argue with anything.
That's true.
There's just definitely like you have like a look that's definitely all your own, and it's fabulous.
Of course, and don't you ever forget it. I won't let you forget it. I won't let anyone here forget it. Yeah. I wish you would do the same care for your hair.
I'm working on it. Okay, I'm trying something.
from strangers, but this looks too good to pass up.
It's only weird if I'm hanging out by like a kid bus stop wearing like jeans and a t-shirt. That's when it's weird.
That's when it's weird.
This is normal.
This is normal. You seem like a safe person.
I'm a completely safe person.
Yeah.
Completely safe.
I trust you. I trust your candy. Great friends. Hey, stranger.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, doing good. How about you?
Fabulous. The Bobby Marionettes are just starting their show.
Oh, that's awesome.
You missed George the Giant and TV's Kyle. That was our morning show.
That's cool.
And then tonight is me and Patty Longlegs, the comedy spider.
That's awesome. That's so cute. This is cool. So I guess like this is the high tech that you need if you want to make good monsters, which I am very interested in. Because if I control the monsters, if they're my monsters, maybe they won't scare me. They'll scare everybody else. You guys, I think it's the Warrens. I think it's, oh my God, Lexi. Hi. Oh, whoa, that thing is contained, right?
Yes, very contained. That's why we put a warning message on her.
Yeah.
She's been blessed.
She's been blessed.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, it's like you can't just like, people can't just bump into her and she'll come out. It's like,
no,
she's locked down.
She's locked in there.
Okay.
She's been around.
Just
We couldn't find a
making
babysitter.
Okay.
We couldn't find a babysitter, so we had to take the child with us.
That's fair.
That's how it goes. My favorite horror character. One of my favorites. My second favorite. My favorite Sam, but top two.
So I'm in your nightmares.
Yeah, you're in my nightmares all the time.
So flattered. Are you guys ready for Casa Calaveras? Future, present, Madame Huerta knows all. I don't think I was invited, but I don't think they've noticed me. I want to join this party. Definitely new. I thought they got to go somewhere fun for their honeymoon. love this so much. Like, it's always just so spooky but peaceful. And I think that, like, I honestly don't have any connection, like, culturally to Day of the Dead, but it's really nice to be able to, like, appreciate it in that way and see just, like, the amazing things that the artists have done and are showing us with this. I don't know, I think it's beautiful. Hey guys, so we are about to start the Scary Farm panel. I am really excited to see what they've got going this year.
Please, welcome to the stage, Knott Scary Farm historian and themed entertainment writer and director, Ted Doherty.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here today. Oh my gosh. Well, my name is Ted Doherty, and I'm a writer, producer, and director for large-scale Halloween theme park attractions and events, and that allows me to work with companies like Knott's Scary Farm, especially this season, which we'll get into later. But my roots are at Knott's Scary Farm. I worked there several years as one of the slider monsters in the Ghost Town Scare Zone. I love every single second of it, but nowadays I write and direct and help create the nightmares behind these different attractions. But I'm also a historian. I wrote the book on the history of Knott's Scary Farm that was released back in 2012 in conjunction with the 40th anniversary. So I know a thing or two about this event. It's very near and dear to my heart, which is why it's such a huge honor for me to be here with you. To help, yes, to help kick things off for the gold 50th anniversary of Knott's Scary Farm. Obviously, we're all fellow fans here of Knott's Scary Farm, but perhaps you might not be as familiar as to what the event was like before you started going, unless you've been attending the entire time. Anybody go to year one? 1, 2 people. All right, awesome. Well, for the rest of us, you might be a little curious as to what the event was like before you started going. So to kick things off today, we're going to give a mini, very brief crash course on the history of Knott's Scary Farm. Like I said, I wrote a whole book about this thing, so I'm not going to sit up here and ramble on forever about it. So this is going to be rapid fire to help make sure we're all up to speed and on the same page, help you understand and appreciate even more the wonderful surprises Knott's Scary Farm has in store. So, brace yourselves, this is going to go by fast. So I'm going to get situated here. So Knott's Scary Farm did debut back in 1973. So if you didn't know, Knott's Scary Farm is indeed the longest running Halloween themed event at any theme park in the entire world. All others trace their roots back to Knott. Now, throughout the years, a lot of people have asked me, how did the event get this popular? How did it begin? And I mean, there's just so many factors that go into all of that stuff, but I usually narrow down as to how Knott's Scary Farm got started. I narrow it down to one person. That person was an actor named Larry Vincent, who portrayed a character named Seymour, Master of the Macabre. Yes, also known as Sinister Seymour, and he was the first host of Knott's Halloween Haunt. That was the original name of the event. We now know it, of course, as Knott's Scary Farm. But from the very beginning, the park dove right into the concept of a large-scale Halloween party. All the employees participated. The log ride was turned into Satan's Sawmill, and the Calico Mine Ride was turned into the Haunted Mine. And those were like the main scare attractions in the early days of Knott's Scary Farm, packed with live actors terrorizing everybody. But then, of course, there was also the now defunct attraction named the Haunted Shack. Yes, yeah, we love the Haunted Shack. For those of you who don't know, that was an all-year-round walk-through attraction at Knott's Berry Farm. Kind of like a mystery house, but they had live actors in the early days inside the Haunted Shack for the haunt. And then, of course, the first Scare Zone monsters on the planet were the Ghost Town Street monsters. Yes. They were the Wild West stunt show personnel dressed as monsters to roam the streets and engage the guests. And, well, you know, in addition to that, they had these sideshows that lined the streets of Ghost Town, Fiesta Village, and the Roaring Twenties, which is where the boardwalk is nowadays. And these were like carnival sideshows and illusions, and they repurposed things like the stunt show and the Medicine Man show, all kinds of live entertainment like bands and dancing and magicians. I mean, the event was covered with live entertainment. Every single store and employee participated and dressed up, from food services to merchandise to ticketing, ride operators, ushers, on and on and on. And within the buildings of Ghost Town, well, they were turned into the startling peekins with eerie lighting and sound effects and masks on the mannequins. And outside those buildings, well, the park decor was just off the hook. Ghost Town was shrouded with scare cloth, more eerie lighting and fog. And then, I mean, Knott went all in. And by 1977, they introduced the first maze built solely for Knott's Scary Farm, named the 10 Chilling Chambers. The Chilling Chambers for short. And by the way, that was designed by a person named Rick Campbell, who was the same person who designed the entire Roaring Twenties area of Knott's Berry Farm. So this was a big production. And that maze set a new standard for the event, because every single Knott's Scary Farm maze that came after can trace its roots back to the Chilling Chambers. And after Seymour hosted the first two haunts, other hosts got involved, people like Wolfman Jack, Weird Al Yankovic, and the longest running host in Knott's Scary Farm's history, Elvira. Yes, we love Elvira. Well, by the 1980s, the event grew with more and more monsters, things like sliders in the Ghost Town Scare Zone, and the monster looks were becoming more advanced and identifiable as Knott's Scary Farm monsters. And by the late 1980s, the event grew with more and more mazes to accommodate the massive swarms of crowds going into Knott's Scary Farm. These mazes had more identity with their names and early forms of storytelling, which paved the way to the powerhouse mazes of the 1990s. Classics like Lair of the Vampire, Dominion of the Dead, Nightmares, The Underground. Yes, classic mazes that really kind of established the high quality in maze design that we see today at the event. And in time, other scare zones were added aside from Ghost Town, like the Gauntlet, the Swamp, Carnival, Silver Bullet Mine Town, others like Necropolis. Now, all of a sudden, the entire event was covering the park to make way for groundbreaking mazes like the Carnival of Carnivorous Clowns in 3D, to classics like the Asylum, 13 Acts Murder Manor, Doll Factory, Trick or Treat, on and on and on. So many of these amazing mazes that really kind of raised the production value of these different attractions. And soon, interactivity was added with attractions like Trapped and the Skeleton Hero. Yes, and that led to other attractions like Infected and Bloodline, where the guests become active participants within these different attractions. And throughout the years, well, the show productions grew from things like The Hanging all the way to Puppet Up, from Zamora, yes, to the Misfit of Magic, Ed Alonso. And then, of course, theatricality was added to attractions like Paranormal Incorporated, The Hollow, Forsaken Lake, Origins, The Grimoire. And that, my dear friends, in a nutshell, brings us up to date. Yay. Please welcome the amazing Ken Parks.
It is awesome to be back here at Midsummer Scream, and so thank you to Midsummer Scream for having us back, and that was incredible. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
The other thing that you need to know about all of that history is that thousands upon thousands of people over the 50 years have made this event what it is. That you look at the influence of Knott's Scary Farm in the industry, and when you say, hey, it wouldn't have happened without Knott's Scary Farm, there's absolute truth in that. I'm sure that somebody would have had the idea of, why we should do an Halloween overlay of our park. But Knott's did it first, and you just find the influence So, you know, there would be no Bill and Ted without the hanging, right? Or any of those things that then kind of came after. And so I inherited the show in 2000, I think it was 2000. And then, you know, what would happen in 2000, you would see somebody and you would say, oh, I worked on the hanging, and they would say, oh yeah, it wasn't very good. Yeah. The years before were really good. Those were the years. And then by the time I got to like 2016, people would say, you know, they're not very good, but the guy that used to do it was really good. And it was silly. So it's never been any good. Right? Except for the years when you were in high school and it was, you know, it was awesome. But just another thing where so many people over the years have just worked on it, and it just has become such a part of Scary Farm. And in 2019, we put this tombstone up that said R.I.P. And we didn't really know that was the case. And then the pandemic hit, and so, but who knows? Who knows? Is as a whole the attraction, and that you just, you know, you really want to be in these stories and you want to feel that you've been transported somewhere. And this goes back to, you know, what I was talking about, where let's try it and see what happens. So we always treat, you know, the conductor like almost like he's the ferryman in the river Styx, right? He's got the lantern, and that's the thing that allows us to see all of the different terrifying worlds that we go into. And so anyway, this year we're going to try some RFD technology with his lantern. And so you'll be able to take the lantern around the park, and there are over 100 interactions that will happen around the park. It will do things in mazes. It will light up in scare zones. We're working on something that's pretty huge, and it's really Gus Kruger, you know, if you know Gus, who's awesome. And so he's been working on it with Scott Erickson, who is a technical genius, and so they're working on this together to bring that to you. The one thing I had asked, and it's not going to happen, so I'm going to tell you about a thing that I really wanted to happen for all of us, is I wanted you to get the lantern, and then 6 months later, after you took it home, it would just start screaming in your house. I just wanted that so bad for all of us.
Well, let's bring out our next guest, industry creative director and designer, Mr. John.
What's up, guys? So I think, you know, speaking of this 50th celebration, that's 50 years of people working hard, coming up with creative ideas, innovating. So we had a really great foundation to then take and run, and that's kind of been my approach, I guess. Always keep the history in mind, the things that are tried and true that we all love as Not Scary Farm fans, the rich storytelling, the original stories, and then building on top of that and creating these really, really awesome immersive worlds. I think that's where it always starts with us when we're sitting down to work on stuff, is an interesting narrative and a compelling space that I, as a fan, would like to walk through. And then from there, we kind of pump it up with different technologies and always trying to push those boundaries.
This thing that we've been working on is something us as fans, we would want to see at the Not Scary Farm 50th anniversary. So we're happy to announce that we are creating and we'll be presenting a Not Scary Farm 50th anniversary Legacy Store and Museum. Yes. This is not just going to be taking a souvenir off of a shelf. This is a fully immersive retail experience. Just so you can kind of get an idea of the scope of this, this is going to be located in the Emporium over at the California Marketplace, just outside the main entrance of Knott's Berry Farm. And during the day, that's how you'll be able to go inside the store, so you don't have to be inside the park during the day to visit the store. However, at nighttime, during Not Scary Farm hours, the only access will be from inside the park through a rear entrance that will talk a little bit about it. So you want to walk them through some of what we're going to be doing.
So as you journey through this experience, you're going to visit many different old maze influences as well as scare zones, but there's also going to be lots of awesome fun photo ops throughout it as well.
And here we're looking at a cemetery portion, and again, more nods to various themes of Knott's Scary Farm's past throughout all of it.
Yeah, like with our maze approaches, I always like to think of them as an adventure that you're going through, so that's what we did here as well. As you're going through the store, could be a non-linear experience to where you can venture off into different elements.
And here's kind of the focal point, what we're calling the rotunda, the focal point of the store.
Yeah, this is the heart. This is the heart of the entire space. This is kind of a theme that you'll kind of see throughout the event this year. As they make future announcements, you're going to see this kind of theme reoccurring, and it's something that we wanted to do, as Ken was speaking to earlier. This connectivity through the entire event, and this is kind of the central hub of that, where everything is going to be built off of.
Yes, we're very, very excited about it. Thank you. Let's please welcome Park Decor Manager of Knott's Berry Farm, Mr. Jeff Shattuck. Hi, Jeff.
Hello. And I'm like, what are these lanterns? I keep hearing about these lanterns. So I'm like, I've got some new technical people on my team that are amazing. And they said, let's do this thing with a spider. And I'm like, all right, what do you want to do? So next thing I know, we've built this entire, we're calling it a swamp spider. It's interactive. And it also is interactive with the lanterns. And Park Decor has now developed about 5 other items and areas that will be interactive with the lantern.
Great. Good job.
Should be fun.
Go ahead.
One more little tidbit.
Go for it.
Look around Ghost Town while you're out there this year. You might see something that you haven't seen in a very long time.
Ooh, keep your eyes peeled, people. Wow, exciting. As I kind of mentioned at the top of this whole thing, I usually kind of narrow down as to how Knott's Scary Farm got started to one person, Larry Vincent, Sinister Seymour. I didn't mention how or why that happened. Larry Vincent's manager, a person named Gary Blair, was in the process of looking for a new and improved venue and contacted Knott's Berry Farm and said, I understand you have the John Wayne Theater, which is now the Walter Knott Theater, and it's environmentally controlled. It's got a movie projector. Can we have Seymour perform there? Well, Knott's Berry Farm loved the idea and said, wait a minute. We'll build a Halloween event around Seymour, and that was the birth of Knott's Halloween Haunt, now Knott's Scary Farm, yes. I know we're running late here, so we got to wrap things up. But now that we've learned a little bit about Seymour, there is something that we did want to mention. It's no secret to anybody in this room that there'll be some sort of tribute attraction at Knott's Scary Farm for the 50th. I mean, for crying out loud, if you were born and old enough to go to Knott's Scary Farm in 1997, you probably went through the 25th Shiver anniversary tribute. They did. And it was kind of a hodgepodge of different themes, but we were kind of looking at trying to do something that had a little more narrative cohesion, because when you have parts of past attractions all jammed together in one location with themes that don't really have to do with each other, well, we needed to find a way to pull that together. So John, Ken, and I, as we were kind of developing this, thought, well, what if we had some sort of host who could help pull that together, who could inform the guests as to what they're seeing when they're going through this thing. That way, for people who never went through the original attractions, well, now they're at least informed. And so we kind of like that idea, and we certainly appreciate the important symbolism between Seymour and the birth of Knott's Scary Farm. But in talking with Diane and Valerie, I mean, none of us on this stage were interested in recasting, because there's never going to be another Larry Vincent Seymour. But we thought, well, since this attraction is about tributes in general, we thought, well, what if we created our own tribute to Seymour as a new character inspired by Seymour, who could stand on its own as a creepy, scary icon that would read to a modern audience who has no idea who Seymour was. But if you know who Seymour is, you would see that connection. And so what if we leaned more toward the sinister side of Seymour, more toward the macabre side of Seymour? And well, what we came up with for this host is a new character we have named the Keeper. Yes. And the Keeper watches over the past haunts of Knott's Scary Farm, keeps them locked up and stored away within the confines of what this attraction is. You'll find out about that attraction later on, but for now, with a few very important words, it's our pleasure to introduce to you, for the first time ever, live and in person, the Keeper.
Friendies, I'm here to tell you about a spine-tingling event at Knott's Berry Farm. I know you scary farm fanatics like a little trick or treat, don't you? What do you think if I have a sneak peek for you of the 50th anniversary of Knott's Scary Farm? Shall we peel back the veil, unearth some footage, maybe even creak open a casket door? Shall we? Then maestro, if you please.
Greetings and salutations from Knott's Scary Farm, where we're celebrating 50 years of never-ending nightmares. And not with a slice of cake, no, with 10 frightening mazes, 5 sinister scare zones, 4 hair-raising shows, plus so much more that we're dying to tell you about.
That was the Knott's Scary Farm panel, Creatures of the Night. What were you the most excited about? I'm really excited for that museum. I actually didn't know the history of Sinister Seymour, so that was really cool to learn about. I'll catch you later. Hello. This is one of like the.
I don't need to crouch. I can crouch if you want me to,
but please do. I like being tall.
I feel like that was a cute photo.
You have to stay.
All right. I'm in the outro.
So that was day 2 of the convention. We had so much fun with panels, with exhibits, with this guy over here who's like, you know, like one of the best haunts we've ever been to.
This is one of my favorite haunt vloggers, and you know, I love you guys. So.
We love you guys too.
I'm so happy I ran into you.
I am too.
I hope you had a good Midsummer Scream day.
We had
day 2. 2? First official full day, but you know.
Yeah.
Second day.
The second day, yeah. We're really like committed to the con.
Oh.
We're doing the full thing.
Oh. We're committed to the con.
The con.
We are committed. Lightly. I'm lightly.